You're looking live at Loeb Stadium from Lafayette, Indiana. This is the 66th edition of the Colt World Series. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mike Walensky along with Mike Rosick. Our pregame today brought to you by IU Health. And Mike Rosick, when you talk about Colt World Series, you talk about pitching and defense. That's what it's going to take to win a championship here in Lafayette this week.
Definitely, you're going to have to come out with strong pitching, be in control of the game, limit the hits. This is a deep field, so your outfielders are going to have to cover a lot of ground. If they start hitting gaps, you could see a lot of base runners today.
Well, we've got two outstanding ball clubs. The homestanding team is the Upland, California Titans and the Crowley Cajuns from Crowley, Louisiana. We're taking a look at the Titans. They have an outstanding pitcher that will start for them, and Joshua Sosa for the Crowley Cajuns has his hands full because Connor Castile's an outstanding pitcher for the Titans.
Yeah, and getting some of the information before the game, looks like Sosa for the Titans is their stud. He'll be on the mound today, and look for a good game out of him. Taking a look out there at the field, looks like the flags are blowing out to left field, so possibly see some deep balls hit today if somebody can get them up in the air.
And Mike, traditionally, let's take a look at the weather here today. Brought to you by Tipmont RMC. It's colder than usual here in Lafayette, and particularly for this team out of California. They're 30 miles outside of Los Angeles, and Louisiana gets a lot of hot stuff too during the summertime. But look at this, 60 and the wind 15 miles an hour. So pitching and defense certainly really come into play today.
Definitely. Cooler temperatures may not let the ball fly as far, but with the wind, that's going to help any of those balls that get elevated. Beautiful day for baseball. It's not going to be too hot. Looks like we'll have some sun breaking through the clouds eventually, but you see there, looking at the flags, the wind is gusting pretty well.
Not only that, Mike, but this is a pitcher's ballpark. When you think about 407 to center, in the power alleys and left center it's 368, and right center it's 355. So it's a pitcher's park, and who gets off to a good start throwing the ball today is going to have a chance, I think, to advance in this tournament.
Definitely. I had a chance to watch some of the games from the last couple years on TV last night, and watching them, you could really tell pitching played a key part. When the pitchers struggled, the other teams took advantage of it. When the pitchers were dominant, it was quick innings. Looks like we got a meeting of the coaches and the umpires at the plate right now, getting all the rules squared away.
You talk about influence. Crowley only about 75 miles away as we take a look at the scoreboard here at beautiful Loeb Stadium. Crowley only about 75 miles away from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, and the influence there by Skip Bertman and the Louisiana State Tigers in the baseball world is huge. And now today it's Paul Mainieri. And Paul Mainieri has ties to Indiana because for years he was the head baseball coach at Notre Dame before he arrived at Air Force. So for the Cajuns, the influence with the LSU Tigers, a team that went to the College World Series this year under Paul Mainieri, losing to the Florida Gators in the World Series championship. And frankly, for this team out of California, Upland, the influence from the Los Angeles Dodgers, and also a great number of outstanding collegiate baseball teams, including Fullerton State and UCLA and Southern California. So we've got some outstanding talent in California and Louisiana, always loaded with prospects.
Definitely. There are always two teams in the nation that are in the College World Series. You always get teams. LSU is perennially a powerhouse in baseball, and then there's always great teams from California.
Well, one thing about this series is it brings out the best. Going back to 1960, two players from the same Tampa unit, both managed in the major leagues and both played the major leagues, Tony La Russa and Lou Piniella. And then you go through the list. In 1971, it was a southpaw David Clyde out of Houston, Texas, who came out of high school directly to the big leagues and pitched for the Texas Rangers. So it's quite interesting to see all this talent gathered here through the Colt World Series. Now let's take a look at this California batting lineup. Juan Garza will lead off. He'll be followed by Michael Santana, Christian Cerna, and then you mentioned the pitcher, Joshua Sosa, number 33. Cerna is their best hitter in the lineup. He is a player that the Louisiana club will have to contend with. Robert Lopez Jr., Jeremy Polito, Alfred Castaneda, Robert Lopez, and Colby Manning. That rounds out the California batting lineup. So the southpaw on the hill for Crowley will have a chance here to try to keep this California lineup in check. But let's take a look at the defensive unit now for Crowley. From left to right, Verrett in left, Bernard in center, Benoit in right field, Ryborg in third base, LaFleur, the shortstop, Zeman is the second baseman, Richard is the first baseman, and Thibodeau will catch. And pitching for Crowley today is Connor Castile. He's number 1, and he's a southpaw. So Connor Castile will be key, Mike, in this ball game for the Cajuns here this afternoon.
Definitely, as you take a look at the big left-hander there, it'll be key for him to get off to a good start. Don't let California jump out early and give his club a chance at the bottom of the first.
Well, Castile will work with Thibodeau behind the plate, and Juan Garza, the second baseman, will be your leadoff hitter to start off this ball game, giving the pitchers maybe a little bit more early tosses here, perhaps because of the early morning start. They still have a little bit more time to play with here at Loeb Stadium.
Yeah, and a little cooler weather too. Let them get loose. Make sure there's no injuries today. Most important thing is take care of these kids. Make sure that they're all safe. See the throw down there, and it looks like we got our first batter stepping to the plate.
Fast forward to 1976 when you speak of California. Out of West Covina, Tom Bernansky played in this Colt World Series. Bernansky later starred with the Minnesota Twins. As we talked about, tremendous talent here. And Juan Garza will start off, the left-handed hitter, and he'll go right head-to-head with Connor Castile, lefty on lefty, to start this one off in the 66th rendition of the Colt World Series here from Loeb Stadium in Lafayette. Breaking ball down the inside half, and it's 0-1, and a good start for Castile. The Titans will have the shortstop Michael Santana batting second, and then Christian Cerna, the first baseman, will bat third this afternoon. Count evens up at 1-1, and locating pitches is going to be very important early on in this ballgame. You got to get off to a good start.
Definitely, and you don't want to allow any free passes early. Want to be able to hit your spots, be in command, and get ahead early.
Outfield playing awfully shallow for the leadoff hitter, Garza. He lines one down the right field side. That's foul. 1-2. And, Mike, the field is in absolutely perfect condition for this series.
Looks great today. Looks like they've done a great job keeping up on this. I know they may have had a little bit of weather move through last night, but the field looks like it's in great condition.
Breaking ball, Garza, left field side, going to be trouble, and the wind takes it out of play near the fence there. And fortunately for Garza, he stays alive at 1-2.
Another chance here for him to make up for that foul ball. Good effort there by the Cajuns. You see 3 of them giving chase to that foul ball, but the wind just carried it on out of play.
Upland, California, just 35 miles outside of Los Angeles. Here's the windup and the pitch, and the time is called as Garza needed a little bit more time to settle into the batter's box. Castile looks settled in as he throws. There's a nice breaking ball, strike called, and there's one gone. And, Mike, the wind, I think, had a factor in that ball.
It looked like it. It looked like it helped it break even more across there. Nice pitch. Caught him looking. May have caught him off guard there.
Michael Santana, the shortstop, batting from the right side. One gone. Outfield still playing very shallow and straight away. Grounded towards short. Good play gobbling it up, and there's 2 gone. A nice play by the shortstop there. Wyatt Verrett making the play for 2 outs. Now Christian Cerna. Outfield still playing very shallow. Take a look at this one, Mike. Rounded towards
nice
short.
play there. Little hop right to him. Good strong throw. Easy out.
Castile looks in for the sign from the catcher. The pitch down and in. Well, that's a strike called. Christian Cerna, the big hitter, first baseman, wearing jersey 13. for Upland, California here in the top half of inning number 1 to start off the Colt World Series. There's another overhand breaking ball by Castile. Kind of slick out there. He's very slippery with his delivery.
Yeah, he's got a nice big looping, looks like a big 12-6 curveball that comes in. It's like he tried a fastball there, but it stayed up in the zone.
2-1, 2 outs on Cerna. And again, the outfield playing at medium depth. And perhaps it's because the wind is blowing in this afternoon. The breaking ball into the dirt. I expect, though, that the outfield at some point is going to back up, Mike. They're playing awfully shallow there.
They are. I think they're trying to get a feel for what the ball's going to do early in this game, and nobody's hit the ball hard yet.
There's a base hit into left field, so Cerna's on at first to keep the inning alive for Upland. Now the pitcher, Joshua Sosa, will be the hitter with the runner on. He will be held over at first base by Cameron Rashid.
Take a look at that. You see, didn't get a great hit on it, but put it directly in that 5.5 hole. Nobody could get to it, and nice, easy single.
Castile will work from the stretch. Rashid will hold the runner on. Here's the pitch. Nearly got away from the catcher, Thibodeau, and it's 1-0. Well, that ball seemed to sail. The wind is really blowing in from center field here.
Yeah, that ball carried a little bit.
Line drive, force play to end the inning. So great job by Crowley setting him down. No runs, 1 hit, no errors. 1 runner left. No score going to the bottom of the first. This is the 2017 Colt World Series presented by MTC Sports.
They're the Colt World Series champions. Strike 3 call. Tijuana, Mexico has won the 2016 Colt World Series.
Hey, can you help me move?
Oh, you know what? I'm stuck at the office.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem, sir. You can get your Xfinity services installed on the date you choose or have a self-install kit sent to your new home.
Thank you.
Finally get some help moving. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE today.
If Usain Bolt represents Xfinity Internet, what happens when we double the speed on 2 of our most popular plans? Meet his twice as fast brother, Insane Bolt. Now stream movies and shows twice as fast. Xfinity, the fastest just got faster.
We have returned to beautiful Loeb Stadium as we go to the bottom of the first. Upland, California will have Joshua Sosa on the hill, their outstanding right-handed pitcher, and the Crowley, Louisiana lineup. And let's take a look at that lineup. Cameron Richard will lead off for the Cajuns. Wyatt Barrett, Jacob Bernard, Nicholas Zeman will bat in the cleanup spot. Austin Benoit, Hunter Ryborg, Bo Louvier, John Thibodeau, and Landon LaFleur for Louisiana. That's a lineup from top to bottom. And here's the defense for Upland, California, that will play behind Sosa here in this ball game. Polito in left field, Lopez in center, Manning at right, Castaneda at third, Santana the shortstop, Garza, who we saw hit in the leadoff spot at second, Cerna the power hitter at first base, Lopez Jr. will be the catcher, and the pitcher is Joshua Sosa. And leading off, Cameron Richard, the first baseman for Crowley, Louisiana. Fastball, and you can see that velocity, 1-0. Sosa wearing 33. Fastball, fouled off, 1-1.
Yeah, as you and I talked in the pregame, Mike, about watching Sosa warm up down in the bullpen, looks like he does have some really good speed.
Good pitch on the outside corner, 1-2. Not only that, but his release point is late, and I think it's very difficult for the hitter to pick up. The pitch to Richard. Oh, a breaking ball and a beauty. Caught him looking. 1 gone. Wow.
Very nice pitch there as he started off with 3 straight fastballs and then set him up with that curveball, just froze him.
Here's the shortstop, Wyatt Barrett. And, Mike, it appears Sosa, with as good a stuff he has, you got to get on him early. You got to be aggressive at the plate. And Verrett was swinging at the first offering, hooking it foul down the left field side. This one is going to fall out of play harmlessly. But again, I think if you're Louisiana, you got to go after this pitcher because he's going to throw strikes and he can be overpowering.
Definitely, and it looks like he's going to throw a lot of first pitch strikes. So as a batter, you have to go up there with the mentality that you're going to attack early and don't let him get ahead of you, because you can see when he does get ahead, he's got a nasty breaking ball that can freeze you.
Defensively, Upland, much like Crowley, the defense is playing awfully shallow and straight away. And again, part of it is probably because of the wind here. Bouncer right back to Lopez. Nice underhanded toss. Good command by the pitcher. There's 2 gone.
Good job there of fielding his position. Ball come right back to him. Takes his time, makes a nice easy throw. So we'll take a look at it here. As you see, that pitch came in over the hands of the batter, and kind of a defensive swing, just chipped it right back to the pitcher.
2 gone in the Crowley first. Jacob Bernard, the left-handed hitter. Center fielder stepping in against Sosa, and the outfield plays him a little bit around to the right, thinking that either they're going to pitch him inside or he's going to be able to pull. This one foul down the left field side, out of play, 1-1.
Yeah, kind of surprising with the velocity that Sosa has. You figured they would be playing him to be a little behind on this. But they're playing him to pull a little bit.
Off speed, 2-1. Long way to travel for Upland, California. This one inside, 3-1. It takes a tremendous amount of grit and determination to get to the World Series, but then it also costs a lot of money to get here, so you really have to be focused to raise money when you're in a baseball program like this, to be able to travel to Indiana to play.
Definitely. And as we can see from up here, we look down, there's actually quite a few fans here for both teams, more than what I kind of expected.
Fans both sides bundled up here this afternoon. The temperature started at 60 as Bernard takes first base on that inside fastball. Now Nicholas Zeman will be stepping in. Zeman also bats from the left side. He sends this one way up in the air. The wind is going to play havoc with it, but the left fielder does a really nice job, Polito, to make the catch for the out. So in the inning, it was harmless. No runs, no hits, no errors, a runner left. We're all locked up here after one. Good pitching performance by both ball clubs on this edition of the 2017 Colt World Series, presented by MTC Sports on the ISC Sports Network.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
Power. We all want it. We all need it. It not only lights our homes, but it drives our businesses. It strengthens our communities. It empowers us to make our own decisions. Today, we're giving power to more than 22,000 members. We're a homegrown, locally based cooperative that does something the big electric companies won't: give safe, affordable, and reliable power to rural communities. We're Tipmont REMC, and our members have the power.
Ivy Tech Community College is a public open access accredited college serving Tippecanoe County and the 7 contiguous counties. Ivy Tech offers associate degrees and technical certificates in health sciences, nursing, technology, applied science, business, education, public services, and liberal arts. Many courses and degrees are transferable to Purdue University, as well as other colleges and universities. Ivy Tech Community College. And Mike Rossick, we go to the top of the second. And here's Robert Lopez Jr., the catcher, leading off against Castile, who worked a really nice first inning for Crowley, Louisiana.
Definitely, he gave up the one hit, which was kind of just a little poke single between short and third. And other than that, he looked like he was pretty much in command up there.
Lopez driving one foul down the third base side, 1-1. Ahead of a breaking ball there, and again with that wind blowing in, the outfield is playing probably less than medium depth at this point in time. Center fielder Jacob Bernard is playing really shallow out there, straightaway center. Here's a pitch by Castile, just off the outside half.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to see the different styles of pitching here. Castile, he looks like he works a little more off speed early. As you see there, gets him out in front with that pitch. And then with Sosa from California, he likes to work with his velocity early and set up his breaking stuff.
And Mike, I think the good news is for the defense of both ball clubs is they both work quickly. So I think it's really to the advantage of that defensive unit. There's a fly ball, nasty one by the wind, but the left fielder comes up and makes a nice catch there to retire the hitter.
Yeah, as you see the wind really playing havoc with the ball out there.
For the defense of both ball clubs,
take a look at it here as you watch the left fielder come in on it, and he almost overruns it because that wind started carrying it back over his head.
Jeremy Polito now is the hitter. Breaking ball in the first offering, hit towards the right side. Now it looks like the pitcher Castile's going to make the play, and there's 2 outs.
Nice job there by Castile to come off the mound, just settle under the ball and make the catch.
You have to figure that Cameron Richard over at first base was the first guy that was going to make the attempt, but the wind blew it all the way back from first base right on top of the pitcher. So there's 2 outs. Here's Alfred Castaneda, number 4, the third baseman. Takes the first one in the dirt, 1-0. Castaneda batting in the 7th slot today for Upland, California. Top of the second. Tails outside. 2-0, and again that outfield playing straight away and very shallow as they go to the bottom of the order here was Castaneda. There's a good overhand fastball. That's a nice pitch, Mike. It looked good for all the way.
Very nice pitch there, and he kind of needed that down 2-0 there. He needed to find something in the strike zone, as you see Castaneda being very patient.
Throwing that breaking ball. The good thing about Castile, he's doing a good job getting the ball outside the outer half. It's very difficult to keep the ball in play there from a hitter's perspective. He's forcing him to reach.
He is, and as you see there, they're not even making solid contact. Little dribbler down to second. Easy out there for the Cajuns.
Good job by Zeman picking that one up to retire the side. So in the inning for Upland, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. And take a look at this. It's a pitcher's duel here. This is the 2017 Colt World Series presented by MTC Sports.
And lastly, Uber gives you a whole bunch of on-demand TV shows and movies. Let's get started.
Well, how many is a whole bunch? As many as Xfinity?
I swear you're gonna love it.
That didn't really answer my question.
Over 5,000 on demand.
Well, Xfinity On Demand gives us over 30,000.
We'll set it up for you.
Don't settle for Uverse. Get over 5 times more on-demand TV shows and movies on TV with Xfinity from Comcast.
Pepe's Mexican Restaurant is excited to announce new menu items to an already stacked lineup of authentic Mexican dishes. Everything from tossed greens with fruit to a Pepe-style chicken pizza.
For you seafood lovers, try the shrimp tacos. For my personal favorite is the barbacoa taco dinner. Whether it's a new menu item or one of our signature selections, be sure to wash it down with a tasty beverage. Whatever your flavor, make Pepe's your stop for lunch or dinner. Located on Sagamore Parkway in the mall parking lot, Lafayette.
You're looking at Austin Benoit, the right fielder, to lead off the second inning for the Crowley Cajuns out of Crowley, Louisiana. First pitch from Joshua Sosa, the right-hander. Good breaking ball, strike called on the outside corner. Austin Benoit, good look at that right-handed hitter. Fastball holds up inside 1-1. And again, the outfield for both ball clubs playing awfully shallow here at Loeb Stadium this morning. First pitch off the plate. This one is 2-1. Sosa working quickly. Boy, that one really had good movement on it, Mike.
Nice pitch there. Looked like a little cut fastball. Just kind of traveled back over the middle of the plate.
Benoit looks, called strike 3. Another overhand breaking ball.
Nice pitch there. And there again, Sosa stays true to his methods. He starts you off with velocity, gets ahead of you in the count, and then he'll throw that breaking ball and freeze you.
Hunter Reberg, the third baseman, his first time up. Reberg batting in the 6th slot. That one lined out of play down the right field side. Chris Quibido is the head coach of the Crowley Cajuns. This ball club looking to get something going here in the second. Here it is, a base hit to left field for Reberg.
Nice job, Reberg there, getting out in front of that ball and driving it right in between short and third. Great base hit.
Here's Bo Louvier, the designated hitter. But before that, let's look at this one.
Nice hit there. Nothing anybody could do. Got our first hit of the game for the Cajuns.
So Louvier, the DH, steps in. Batting in the 7th slot. There's a line drive. That's a base hit. We'll have runners on at first and second. So Louvier takes the first offering. Again, talked about how aggressive you need to be against Sosa, driving it into left field, and that sets it up for the pitcher, Connor Castile.
Definitely. I think their coach finally said, hey, listen, guys, if you get something that's a first pitch strike, you're sitting fastball. If it's there, drive it.
Well, it looks like John Thibodeau will be stepping in as Castile is being DH today. So John Thibodeau, the catcher, stepping in. And Mike, infield, they're going to pull in the first baseman and the third baseman infield grass. They're looking for a bunt.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like Thibodeau was going to show bunt at all, as he seemed to take a look down at the coach for signs. See the corners in, middle of the infield back in double play depth.
Pitch by Sosa, trying to get a double play. This one lined into left and right at the left fielder, and the runners will have to return as Polito came up with the catch. And for a minute there, I thought maybe, Mike, that might have a chance of finding some grass.
Yeah, but that one just hung up in the air. That's a time where, as a coach, you would love to see your player less than 2 outs, runners on first and second, drive something to right field, hit behind your runners to give yourself a chance to move them up.
Landon LaFleur, the hitter now in the 9th slot, the shortstop. 2 outs, 2 on in the second. Boy, he swung at a bad pitch. That ball was up over his eyes, but he thought maybe he could drive that into right center. Sosa showing some velocity there on that fastball. And the pitch. Lined into left center field. This is going to drop for a base hit. There's a runner coming around. He is. There's 1 run will score. And Crowley is up 1-0. A line single for Landon LaFleur and an RBI. So Crowley on top early on in this ball game.
Nice hit there with 2 outs, dropping that right over the shortstop's head. You take a look at it here. Shortstop had no play at it and kind of in the hole in dead man zone, and nobody could make a play on it.
Cameron Richard now the first baseman stepping in with runners at the corners at first and third.
Cameron's 0 for 1 today. Got caught looking first inning as he led off the game.
And again with that breaking ball that Sosa has, if they can get out in front, which they have on these hits, that's a real advantage for the Crowley Cajuns. Now on top 1-0 early on here in the Colt World Series from Loeb Stadium in Lafayette. There's a nice pitch bounded towards third. This could be a tough play for Sosa. Oh, wow, he made it.
Nice job showing off that arm strength there to be able to make the play and get the runner before he can get to first.
But, Mike, not before some damage was done, because the Crowley Cajuns got on the board. 1 run on 2 hits. Crowley on top now, 1-0 on the ISC Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Ashley with the Farmers Bank. I'm here to introduce the Farmers Bank mobile banking app for your smartphone. Find us at the App Store or the Play Store. To find our app, search for the Farmers Bank Mobile Banking Fiserv Solutions. Have your finances at your fingertips anytime, all the time. Sign up today. The Farmers Bank, your local bank, your mobile bank, your bank for life. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
I'm on top of the world and now I'm living, and the good just gets better, keeps it giving. Not even close to the end, it's just beginning. Life is getting lighter while the days are getting brighter, yeah.
We have completed 2 innings of play in the first game of the Colt World Series. This matchup between the Crowley Cajuns of Louisiana and the Upland Titans of California. And Crowley is on top, 1-0. And there you look at the sky, and Mike, you never know, but let's face it, there are clouds in the air.
There are, but listening to the weather earlier, it doesn't sound like we're in too much danger of getting any rain. Just going to be cloudy and overcast for quite a bit of the morning, and then the sun might break through.
So Castile on the hill, the lefty, for the first time in this ball game is on top. And we already have a change now, a pinch hitter. So for Lopez, who normally would hit in the ace slot, Amelia Maffa, number 53, has checked in the lineup for the California contingent to lead off the third against Castile. He looks in for the sign and the pitch. Breaking ball off the plate, 1-0. So already they go to the bench here. And Maffa, number 53, Amelia Maffa is in the lineup. There's a pitch on the outside corner. Make that Mana, M-A-T-A. We thought it was Maffa, but it's Mana, thank you. Amelia Mata takes this one. Don't know exactly what happened to Lopez, the center fielder, but Mata's getting a chance. Here's the pitch. This one high and away, and for Castile's sake, this is a good situation to be in as a pitcher. You're in the lead, and you're now at the bottom of the order.
Yeah, but this is also a situation where he's sitting 3-1 right now. You don't want to put the bottom of the order on base and get the lineup turned over to the top.
Good pitch. Mata pops one up in the center field. Plenty of room, and the catch is made by Bernard, and there's one out. Lopez flies to Bernard to start off the third. Colby Manning, the right fielder, will step in. Batting in the ninth slot. You know, sometimes the ninth hitter may be one of your better hitters.
Definitely. Basically, the way we look at it as a 9-hitter, they're a second leadoff. You know, you want to turn your lineup over. You want to put a decent hitter down at the bottom of the order. That way it gives the top and the middle of your lineup a chance to bring them in.
Outfield play straight away. Here's a breaking ball. 1-1. Colby Manning will be fouled at the top of the order by Juan Garza. Castile on top 1-0. Here's his pitch. Throws 3/4 there. He changes his location from time to time.
Yeah, Looks like he's changing that arm angle a little bit, maybe to deceive the batter.
This one lifted into right center. Bernard has room and makes the catch. 2 outs. Juan Garza will step in. He was caught looking his first time up.
As you see there, just keeping him off balance with that off-speed stuff, and center fielder able to make a nice easy play on that lazy fly ball.
Lefty versus lefty again. Here's a pitch to Garza, and that breaking ball tails inside and nearly hits the inside shoulder of Garza. 1-0. 2 outs in the third. Outfield very shallow. And this time it hits Garza. He'll take his base, and came in a little bit too close that time.
Yeah, as you can see there, that did hit the jersey. Doesn't look like it made a whole lot of contact. May have got his arm a little, but looked like it got more of the jersey than anything. And he's awarded first base.
And he represents the tying run as Michael Santana comes in, the shortstop. Bounced out to short his first time up. There's the runner going. He had a jump on the pitcher. The throw was off target. And now he'll be heading to third because that ball was errant. And he'll be in scoring position from third base with 2 outs.
As you see there was no hesitation at all. As soon as the pitcher made his move towards home, Garza took off. And the errant throw there by the catcher allowed him to advance to third.
So Garza at third. Here's the pitch. Line foul by Santana. Trying to drive the ball to the opposite way. The tying run at first base. Third base make that. Take a good look at Michael Santana. That orange sweatband on his left wrist. Here's the pitch. Runner taking a huge lead down at third, and there's a base hit and a run scores. The ball game is tied. An RBI single going the opposite way for Michael Santana.
Nice piece of hitting right there as he drives that down the right field line. Take a look at this here. Just stays outside on the ball and drives it down the line. Easy RBI.
Now Christian Cerna, the dangerous third hitter who singled to left field his first time up. The ball game tied. Here's the stretch. And the pitch by the lefty, lined into right center. It is a base. Nope, it's a base hit. It got in there. Runner coming around third. Here's a throw to the plate. He'll score, and it'll be 2-1. And lo and behold, Cerna ends up at second base. So the California contingent out of Upland takes the lead 2-1.
Take a look at that as he rounds first. He sees the throw going in, and he'll take off towards second. And the throw back by the catcher was offline, so he's able to get into second safely.
Now Connor Castile will have to pitch to his counterpart, Joshua Sosa, with the runner on at second. Castile, the dynamics have changed for him. He came into this inning with a 1-run lead. He finds himself down now 2-1. With the pitcher hitting, Joshua Sosa bounced out to second base his first time up. You can take a look at the wind here blowing all over the jersey of Sosa at the plate. There's a good pitch by Castile. It's always important for pitching to be able to react to adversity here.
Definitely. And as you see now, looks like the team from California has made some adjustments themselves and are able to time up the breaking stuff of Castile.
Sosa surprised the Cajuns there trying to bunt the ball. Bounced it foul. Down the first base side as you take a look at Cerna at second base, getting a really nice lead. Now the shortstop is trying to keep him close to the bag. The stretch by the pitcher, Castile, the pitch. Bouncer towards second. He's got it up. He almost dropped it, and he did. And there's an error, so the inning stays alive. Runners will be at first and third, and that's an error on the second baseman. Unfortunately, Zeman could not handle it on the hop. Now the catcher, Robert Lopez Jr., will have a chance to drive in another run with 2 outs. Let off the second with a fly out to left field. He's nothing out of 1. Runner held at first. Runner at third getting a nice, healthy lead over there.
Got to be careful with that throw over to first, especially with a runner on third. If that ball gets by him, you're going to give up a run.
Sosa on at first. Over at third is Cerna. Down and away.
Looks like the Cajuns plan to keep riding Castile for a little while. I don't see any action in the bullpen.
Here's a hitter's pitch coming, 2-0. Took that breaking ball in the inside corner, 2-1. Lopez bats in the 5th slot, and he can swing the bat. Here's the stretch. Runners at the corners. The runner going, throw to first. Got him in a rundown. And the runner scores. And they could not convert at first base on Sosa, Mike.
Good job on the delayed steal. I think he intentionally tried to get in a rundown to let that run score. And then a good job by Sosa by avoiding the tag and then be able to get back into first base safely. Take a look at it here. He's caught dead to rights. You see here, he just gets skinny and gets by him. And then a high throw doesn't allow the tag.
Upland 3 and Crowley nothing. The group out of California make that 3-1. The group out of California has taken the lead now. Runner at first. Robert Lopez Jr. still at the plate. 2-1 is the count. Trying to keep him close. And now Upland has done a pretty good job of keeping Connor Castile off his rhythm. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball inside, 1-0. And when you think about it, after this innings ended, a lot of these runs will be unearned.
Definitely. A lot of little mistakes by the Cajuns out there. Some things they need to clean up, especially if they plan on going far in this tournament.
Pitch to Lopez. He tried to hammer this one, pulling it down the third base line. He was looking for that breaking ball in the inside half.
Yeah, look for Sosa to be on the move here. Full count, 2 outs. He's got to be careful of that nice move by the lefty as you see him throw back over there. A lot better job there by Castile getting the ball lower as he throws it to first base. A lot of his throws over have been high and haven't allowed even a chance for a tag.
Here's Connor's pitch. Runner's going. Yeah, it's inside. He walked him. First and second now. Jeremy Polito now, the left fielder. Checking with his third base coach. He fouled out his first time to the catcher. Hitless in 1. Runners at first and second. Still 2 outs for Connor Castile to try to close the door on the California Titans. And the pitch. This one gets away. It looks like a wild pitch. Runners head for second and third.
those type of mistakes are costly, especially with runners on base. As a catcher, you've got to work hard back there to be able to keep everything in front of you. That is a pretty deep fence back there, and it doesn't look like it had a whole lot of bounce back to it, so it stayed deep behind the plate.
Now there's going to be a trip out to the hill. Chris Quibido is the manager, the head coach for this Crowley Cajun team out of Crowley, Louisiana, trying to get his team refocused.
Now it looks like we've got somebody up throwing in the Cajuns bullpen down there. Of course, he's got his warm-up jacket on, so we can't tell what number he is. But they definitely are getting somebody loose, as Castillo's been throwing a lot of pitches this inning.
Pitch to Polito. He waved at that one. That's a good breaking ball down and away. Count even with 2 outs. As you see, California on top of Louisiana 3-1. All three of those runs coming in this inning. Led up on the inside, 2-1.
If Crowley can get another out here and get out of this inning, it's only 3-1, so it's not like California is getting a commanding lead on them, but they need to get the third out here fairly quick. With 2 guys in scoring position right now, a base hit might score both of them.
Well, he's not locating his pitches as well as he's had early on. And he's not working as quickly, maybe not as confident. Here's the pitch. This one pulled foul.
Yeah, it seemed like both pitchers in the first inning were working rather quick. They were getting the ball back, right back on the mound and going. Now, as you said, Castillo has slowed down. He's taking his time a little more. It just looks like he's throwing his rhythm off.
Mm-hmm. He's got to find this one, the count full, and he missed it, and the bases are loaded. So another walk, and that's the second base on ball in the inning, and that's something that he cannot afford to do. Loading the bases here now for Alfred Castaneda. Castaneda is the third baseman, and the last time up he bounced out to second base, and he has the bases full here. 2 outs, and Titans have done a good job of rallying. Here's the pitch. This one is popped out of play.
There's very few times in a game where it's good to walk somebody, but unless he made a really good third strike pitch on that, you didn't want to give in to the hitter, especially with 2 runners on and a base open. So he may have tried to get him to chase, and then since it wasn't close, put him on, knowing that he did have first base open. Now hopefully they've got to force it any base. They can make a play here.
Count even up, 2 outs. There's a line drive, and that is a base hit. Bases will remain loaded, 1 run in, and now the ball gets away, and the runner will come home from third and score another run, and that was a disaster for the Crowley Cajuns. Another error to put up the 5th run on the board for California. That is very critical for this ball club early on to give up that run. The momentum has completely swung over now to Upland.
Take another look at it here. Nice piece of hitting. Great effort by the shortstop, just could not make the play. Bad thing is your cutoff man, your first baseman, was late getting over to the relay position, and the offline throw bounced wide of home plate and allowed another run to score.
Emilio Mata now will bat his second time up, flew out to center field. And Mike, we talked about how important pitching and defense was. And Crowley is leaving too much on the table here defensively. They just are not performing. Here's a line drive, left center. That could carry. That's trouble. But it's caught. Wow, the center fielder did a really nice job. Bernard coming over and making the catch in the power alley to retire the side, but boy, the damage was done. California on top, Louisiana now 5-1 heading to the bottom of the third on the ISC Sports Network.
Hey, Jennifer's Mike, Trooper Money Slang. Aw, scram.
I'm Chris Mike, Jubby Robon, Shaw gonna lead up in Kisbet.
Peace Charity, get town down. Cute-faced dummy way. Bruna brood. What?
With the top 100 shows preloaded, Xfinity is perfect for people who want to join the conversation. Catch up on the shows everyone is talking about. Get started with the Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast for $99 a month for a whole year. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Back at the Colt World Series, where the momentum has flipped as you see California on top of Louisiana 5-1. Wyatt Verrett will lead off. The shortstop bounced out to the pitcher his first time up, 0-1. Speaking of pitchers, now Joshua Sosa on the hill for Upland, California, has the advantage, Mike.
Definitely. As you see, Sosa still working fairly quickly there as he gets an elevated pitch and has Verrett chase that. Now he's ahead 0-2.
Lopez Jr. behind the plate, the catcher for Upland. Here's a ground ball towards third base off the third baseman's glove. That is going to be a hit. And here comes Verrett heading towards second, and he'll stand up with a double.
Nice job there by Verrett, getting out of the box quick and able to get to second on that hit. It almost looked like the third baseman dove a little too early. So we take another look here. He goes down, and if he had stayed on his feet, he might make that play.
Infield conversion to talk to Sosa. Jacob Bernard will be stepping in as the Crowley Cajuns trying to make a run back here. Runner on, nobody out. Leadoff double for Verrett. Bernard is the third hitter in the lineup. He walked his first time up. Infield plays a double play depth. Nothing in one. Good aggressive hitting at the plate there by number 7, Jacob Bernard.
Bernard, the center fielder that made that nice catch at the end of the last half of the inning there, tracking that ball deep into the power alley. See if he can do something with his bat here to help his offense out.
Put the bunt down. That'll work by advancing the runner over to third. So sacrifice 1-3, but, you know, I'm not sure, Mike, if he was looking to try to bunt the ball for a base hit.
Yeah, I don't think so. You probably would have liked to seen that ball a little farther up the line to give him a chance. He kind of put that one right back to the pitcher. But he did his job, got the runner over to third.
Nicholas Zima now, the left-handed hitting second baseman, nothing out of one. Flew out to left field his first time up, so the outfield is playing, the left fielder is playing, having him to swing late, way down the left field line. This time he pulls it towards first base, looks the runner back at third, throws it away. And Verrett is going to take off and score the second run of the ball game for the Cajuns. And Zeman heads down to second base.
Good job there by Zeman to notice nobody covering second base, so he just kind of trots into second to get himself into scoring position.
So now it's 5-2.
Did you see the softly hit ball? First baseman comes up to make the play but cannot make the throw. And Verrett with good speed able to hop up and score easily on that.
Now Austin Benoit, who's caught looking his first time up, takes the first offering by Sosa, strike called. The question is, does Crowley have enough to take a charge and get back in this ball game and try to turn the momentum around? Down by 3 now, 5-2. Here's the pitch by Sosa. Pitch out, and Lopez Jr. looking maybe to get the ball down to second base there.
Yeah, I just see the shortstop come sneaking in behind the runner on the pitch. It was set up. Must have a little sign between catcher and shortstop there.
Another breaking ball off the plate. Zeman is the runner at second base for Crowley. Michael Santana's, Mike Rossick mentioned, is the shortstop. Here's the pitch. That breaking ball, that kind of twisted and moved inside, and he drilled it foul. He still has a lot of nice movement on his pitches.
He does. He still has good velocity here. As you see, he'll step back up on the mound.
Outfield playing slightly around to the left. Here's the pitch, grounded towards short. One play, and it's too late, and the ball gets away from the first baseman, and the run will score. It is 5-3.
Good job getting down the line there by Benoit. As you see, when he hits that ball, he quickly goes. The shortstop took a look towards third base and then had to rush his throw to first and offline, and it bounces over to the fence, allows a run to score. And
I suspect that'll be an error on Michael Santana, the shortstop, as Hunter Reberg steps in, the third baseman. Reberg singled and scored, and all of a sudden, Crowley's back in the ball game. It's a 2-run ball game. Runner on at first is Benoit, and the batter, Reberg, for all practical purposes, represents the tying run. There's a strike called.
Nice job of hitting that location, the lower outside part of the plate.
The pitch by Sosa. This one popped foul down the right field side, and as much as it was really windy to start off the ball game, the wind is dying down just a little bit, it looks like.
It looks like it's still blowing out in left field, but looks like right and center not blowing as hard.
Reberg waits from Sosa. This is playable. I think the second baseman has the best shot, and he does. And there's 2 gone. So Hunter Reberg is retired. Bo Louviere stepping in, the DH. He also singled his first time up. Runner going down for the steal, and what a throw by Lopez Jr. Lopez Jr. and Santana made the tag, and they nail Benoit at second base to retire the side. Austin Benoit gets caught stealing.
Take a look at this here. Nice throw on the money. Perfect.
It hits the rim right as the light goes in. And
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and clean down.
Wow. And are looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusich. Look at this one again. The time will expire and the Gophers will win.
Is on the board. The North wins 10-7.
Here's a nice look of the Titans dugout. This ball game being sponsored by IU Health. Indiana University Health. Arnett Orthopedics and Sports Medicine providers deliver high quality, comprehensive care for soft tissues, bones, and joints. Our goal is to help you return to your normal activities as quickly and as pain-free as possible. Visit us online at iuhealth.org/Arnett or call 448-8000 to schedule an appointment at IU Health. orthopedics and sports medicine. Here as this ball game moves on, Connor Castile still on the hill for Crowley's Cajuns, down 5-3, and he'll go to the bottom of the order. Colby Manning, as you take a look at him, number 48, the right fielder, will step in. He's 0-for-1, flying out to center his first time up. And the outfield is playing straight away and, again, very shallow here at Loeb Stadium.
And after seeing the last half of the inning, knowing that the Cajuns have a little bit of speed in the outfield, that may be why they're playing as shallow as they are.
3-0, Castile working on Manning at the bottom of the order. He had trouble finding the plate in the last inning. He doesn't want to put himself in this position again, but he does. He offers another walk. So Manning, leading off this inning, will be perched on first base here in the fourth. Juan Garza now. Garza hit by a pitch. Got caught looking, nothing out of one. Bats from the left side. You want that leadoff hitter to make contact here, move that runner along. Here's the pitch. Strike called. Manning at first base, and Mike, you'd suspect Garza's going to be trying to look to drive something the opposite way.
You would think so. Got to wonder if he tried to lay down a bunt here, but it looks like he's swinging away.
That's what he does. Left fielder making a run, and he can't make the catch. He cannot make the catch, so there's runners at first and second. The ball was being moved around by that wind as Austin Benoit went towards the line. He could not handle it, and now they're runners at first and second.
Take another look at this. As the lefty swings, it's going to slice away from him, and it just keeps running. He cannot make the play, and fortunately for the Cajuns, the runner only advanced to second base.
And Michael Santana will be looking at Castile here. Here's the pitch to Santana. He looked to bunt. He missed it. Snap throw down to second by Thibodeau, and the runner back. Santana 1 for 2 in this ball game, has a run scored. Steps out of the batter's box. Alfred Castaneda is the head coach of this Upland, California team, just 35 miles outside of Los Angeles. Here's the look to bunt, and he got a piece of it and fouled it. I think he's a little bit frustrated with himself. Thought he could do a better job of laying that one down, Michael Santana.
I would say Coach Castaneda is very disappointed in his batter there. He asked him to lay down a bunt on 2 occasions, and he was unable to be successful at either one.
1-2. Upland looking to threaten here in the fourth with runners on at first and second. Connor Castile's pitch, line towards the second baseman, has just one play. It'll be first base. Good job of knocking that one to the right side by Santana. And runners now at second and third, and that presents problems for Crowley as the first baseman, Christian Cerna, their best hitter, steps in. He is 2 for 2 with a run scored. He's a dangerous hitter, and Mike, you got to be careful.
Yes, you do, especially with 2 runners in scoring position here. If he gets a hold of a ball, this could be 2 more runs for California.
And you have to figure that maybe Castile will work carefully enough against him not to give him anything good to look, and he could conceivably put him on to load the bases. He'll work from the stretch. Good hook in there.
You definitely expect Castile to work a lot of off speed here, not give him anything across the heart of the plate. Just hope that you don't hang one of those breaking balls.
And the infield is pulled in, which makes it really difficult. He's got to make sure that he hits the ball towards this infielders as they're pulled in, gives them a lot more leverage to drive the ball through. Boy, inside half. Got a strike called there, 1-2. Santana steps out. Infield on the infield grass, trying to cut off the runners.
Looking at some of the information here as the catcher goes to make a mound visit here. Christian Cerna, who will be a senior this year at Carter High School in Ontario, California, says his favorite baseball player is Adrian Beltre, which that's a pretty good role model to have there. He just reached his 3,000 hits this past week.
There's a base hit. Left field, 1 run in, and the bases will remain loaded. It is 6-3, and Cerna, just like Beltre, gets another run batted in.
Good job there by Cerna, ripping that through the pulled-in infield. Take a look there. Nice piece of hitting. If the shortstop's in his normal spot, then it's probably an out, but with them pulled in, that's a perfect hit.
Runners at first and third at 1 out, and that'll bring in the pitcher. Joshua Sosa will be hitting. Nothing out of 2 today, but he swings the bat.
0 for 2, but he reached on an error in his last at bat and caused a little havoc over in between first and second, getting caught in a rundown, allowing a run to score. See if he can help himself out here again.
He's deep in the batter's box from the right side. Here's the pitch. Thibodeau doing a good job of blocking that one. Cerna is not much of a threat to steal, but they may have him running here.
And with 1 out, you may look for another delayed steal to try to get caught in a rundown to allow the runner from third to score.
Strike called on the inside half to Joshua Sosa. Sosa thinking maybe that's a ball.
He's got some good late movement on that pitch. Castile doing a good job, still commanding his curveball.
Here's the runner going. The line down the right field side. It was a run and hit. And Sosa sends this out of play, and Cerna will head back to first base. Alfred Castaneda, the Upland coach, trying to get those wheels rolling for his Titans on top 6-3. There's an off-speed pitch. Maybe a changeup. 2-2. Pitcher Sosa batting in the 4th slot for California. Drives this one. First baseman has a play, possibly, but it goes out of the ballpark. Good effort by Richard, the first baseman. Cameron, lefty. Ran out of real estate. An absolutely great setting here at Loeb Stadium in this neighborhood in Lafayette. Here's a stretch. Castile's pitch. It's low and inside, and it'll be ball 4. He walked another batter, and the bases will be loaded. And that'll bring up the catcher, Robert Lopez Jr., and that'll provide a trip to the mound here by the head coach, Chris Quibido. And the question is, Mike, I think they're going to be making a pitching change. That could be all for Connor Castile. I think he has run out of gas.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to make the move to the righty. And if that is, yeah, that's number 2. That would be Cameron Okway, who's coming into the game as he's been warming up for the last inning and a half.
So Cameron Okway will be stepping in here as the new pitcher for Coach Quibido's ball club here, trailing now 6-3 in the 4th inning. And as I just mentioned, Castile just simply ran out of gas. He was walking too many hitters, and you've got to be efficient, especially early on, to keep this ball game close. Well, this is part of the Pony organization's World Series. Pony, protect our nation's youth. Started in the summer of 1951. There's been a lot of baseball played under this Pony League banner. and outstanding baseball here in Lafayette for the Colt World Series. In fact, in 1978, Sid Fernandez out of Honolulu, Hawaii pitched in this series. Sid later performing for the Los Angeles Dodgers and traded, I believe, to the New York Mets. El Cid, as he was called, out of Hawaii. I remember my first time here at the ballpark in memory, I think it was maybe before, but Bill Gullickson, the pitcher for many years with the Montreal Expos and the Chicago Cubs, a right-hander out of Joliet, Illinois, as we take a look at Cameron. Cameron O'Quay, and a lot of these Louisiana names you have to maneuver around a little bit to pronounce them. You'd think maybe it's a little bit different pronunciation, but Mike, you're right on target. O'Quay.
Yeah, and thank goodness for a couple of newfound friends in the broadcast booth here that helped us out with some pronunciations so we can actually get these names right up for these kids.
Robert Lopez Jr. now stepping in with the bases loaded. California trying to break this ball game open. Wow, breaking ball, and boy, it slid back in there and nearly got the inside corner. O'Quay working on Lopez in the 4th inning. This ball bunted foul up in the netting.
Interesting call there with bases loaded, trying a little suicide squeeze. Lopez unable to get that one down, but you saw the runner from third breaking hard to get in there.
There's another bunt back, throw down to the catcher for one, and that's all he's got because nobody was covering the first base bag. Smart move by Thibodeau, Mike, to hold on to the baseball.
Good job there. Unfortunately, that bunt didn't go where the Titans had hoped. You see here, he pokes it right back to the pitcher, so it's an easy snap throw to the catcher to get the force out at home to keep that run from scoring.
So Cerno will be at third. Sosa will be at second. And Lopez, Robert Lopez Jr., the catcher, over at first. And now there's one out. Now the chance of a double play. The infield moves back. Polito now the hitter. Jeremy Polito, the left fielder. Hitless and one. There should be 2 outs on the board. I said 1 out earlier, but actually Santana was one of the victims. So there's 2 gone with the bases loaded. Here's the pitch, and it's a good one. Good pitch by Cameron O'Quay. Cameron O'Quay, make that. Right-hander, take a good look at him. Sinker. Now 3-1. Now this is trouble with the bases loaded. Time called. Umpire having a discussion with the pitcher. It may be relative to having him come fully set. Got to be careful about that. If you're not fully set, it's going to be a balk. Here's the pitch. Wow, he lined that one. He put that one up in the strike zone, and he nailed it, but it's foul. Polito, the left fielder, number 31, he's got some power, Mike.
Yeah, he looks like he gets around on the ball pretty quickly there, and if you leave one up in the zone, he's going to look to turn on it.
There's a nice pitch off the outside half of the plate, fouled to the right side. So Cameron O'Quay is battling, trying to find that last out here in the 4th inning. He's trailing 6-3. Here's the pitch. He got him. He got him on the black part of the outside corner of the plate. Polito may not be too happy with the call, but then again, California does have a 6-3 lead to end the inning. This is Colt League World Series presented by MTC Sports.
You have enough on your plate. Let McAllister Rentals' wide selection of equipment help. With an extensive equipment selection and experienced people, McAllister Rentals in the Cat Rental Store is your one-stop shop for all your equipment needs. You know we can help you with the big jobs, from moving dirt to getting you in the air. But did you also know that we can handle your smaller equipment needs with equipment like generators and water pumps? McAllister Rentals has made its mark with locations throughout Indiana and now Michigan. We pride ourselves on our reliable equipment, fast service, and knowledgeable people. Visit us online today or give us a call. McAllister Rentals, helping build Indiana since 1945.
Daily since 1969, Haley's Lock, Safe, and Key has provided expertise and solutions when dealing with residential or commercial security needs. Whether you're looking for a safe, seeking access solutions, or in need of automotive keys, nobody can serve you better than Haley's.
One-on-one service and simply the best solutions we've been providing at Daily for more than 40 years.
Haley's Lock, Safe, and Keys. Call, visit, or find us online. 2 locations, Crawfordsville and Lafayette.
We're back to Loeb Stadium. We move to the bottom of the 4th. Crowley, Louisiana, leading off. Bo Louviere, he pops one foul down the right field side, and Joshua Sosa still on the hill for Upland, California, doing a really nice job throwing strikes. But the Cajuns have the ability to score runs. They're swinging the bat well. Louviere's one of them. Singled his first time at bat. As you take a look at the screen here, lanky right-handed hitter. Here's the pitch. This one foul down the left field side. You know, my Colt World Series is Pony Baseball's second longest running event of its 8 World Series across the United States. It's entering its 64th year and 48th in Lafayette. 40 years of Colt World Series baseball here at Loeb Stadium. It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, and you talked about Crowley able to score runs. As they won the South title, they won by combining scores of 34-4 to reach the title game, where they won 3-0 against a team from Texas. So they definitely have the offensive ability to put up some runs.
Lopez Jr. thought he had a called strike 3. He backed out of the batter's box there, looking to deliver the ball to the third baseman, but he didn't get the call. And there he got it, strike 3. He got Louviere swinging. There's one gone. Now the pitcher is due up, Connor Castile, who is being DH for.
Nice pitch there as he left that one elevated in the zone, and Louviere just could not catch up to it.
Again, the DH, John Thibodeau, stepping in, taking the first pitch. Of course, Castile was removed in this ball game at the mound by Cameron O'Quay. Here's the pitch. Strike called on the outside corner. Loeb Stadium was home of the original minor league Lafayette Red Sox, or a Class D farm club in the early 40s. Stadium was built at a cost of $50,000. That's all a gift from Bert and June Loeb in memory of Bert's father, Solomon. And I remember for many years, Loeb's at a store downtown, and as a kid walked around aimlessly while my mother purchased items from Loeb's. This $50,000 stadium is remarkable. There will be a new stadium forthcoming here in Lafayette. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul. John Thibodeau, taking a look at him, catcher. Done a pretty good job behind home plate so far for the Cajuns. Here's the pitch. And this one misses low and away. One out in the 4th. And he walked him, and you don't see Sosa offer too many walks. This ball game, he's been pretty sharp, Mike.
He has. He's been doing a great job of keeping the ball located around the strike zone. There, it almost looks like on his follow-through he was falling off the mound a little bit, and you could tell because the location of the pitches were not hitting the strike zone.
And there's a shortstop, LaFleur. Singled his first time up, 1 out of 1. You know, over the left field wall here at Loeb Stadium, across the street are Lafayette landmarks. Arnie's, famous for pizza. Congratulations to Arnie's, now in the National Pizza Hut Hall of Fame. And the frozen custard, famous for ice cream. Oh, do I love frozen custard. What a treat. Sosa working on LaFleur. 1 out here in the 4th, the runner being held on by Cerna. Thibodeau taking a short lead. There's a pop fly to center field. He's got some room, Mike. And he makes the catch. The center fielder, Mata. And there's 2 outs. And now we go to the top of the lineup. Cameron Richard, the first baseman, hitless in 2, and they've got to make some things happen.
They do. As you take another look at that fly ball, as Mata does a good job of circling behind that ball, getting set just in case there was a tag.
Outfield straight away, and you mentioned Mata, the center fielder, playing awfully shallow for Richard. Pitch low, 1-0 to start him off. Sosa has gone the entire distance so far. We're in the 4th inning. Works from the stretch. There's a fastball in the corner. Robert Lopez Jr. working behind the plate for the California Titans. Here's the pitch. There's another breaking ball, another good pitch. He's throwing that breaking ball for strikes with regularity in this ball game.
He's doing a good job of mixing those in now instead of just throwing straight fastballs. That one there looked pretty close from our angle, but umpire says it was out of the strike zone.
2 outs, 2-2 count. Short lead over at first. There's a line drive into center field. First, the center fielder, Mata, gave chase moving forward, stopped in his tracks, moved back, and makes the catch to retire the side. So Crowley threatens, but they leave a runner on base. They trail 6-3 on the ISC Sports Network.
I would like to think of myself as being a specialist in farm insurance because that's what I use as a farmer, is insurance. Crop insurance, I know the importance of carrying high limits of liability. Price is important. It's got to be affordable. It's got to be a main part of my operation, operating costs, because I can't afford to have a loss without coverage.
We love to see you here at the Farmers Bank. However, we know there are times you need to bank on your schedule, wherever you may be. With the Farmers Bank mobile banking app, you can check balances, transfer funds, pay bills, and now you can also securely deposit checks with your smartphone by simply taking a picture of the check. Download our mobile banking app today. The Farmers Bank, your local bank, your mobile bank, your bank for life.
Back at beautiful Loeb Stadium, a seating capacity of 3,500 here. California on top of Louisiana right now, 6-3. Cameron O'Quay in relief on the hill. He'll work the 5th inning against Alfred Castaneda, the third baseman for the California Titans out of Upland, California, some 35 miles from Los Angeles. Of course, this ball club, Loeb Stadium, also home of the Lafayette Jeff Broncos for many years, outstanding baseball power throughout the state of Indiana. Lafayette Aviators also play some ball here. Great place to watch a baseball game. It's still plenty of time to get out here at the ballpark during the course of the week here to watch a lot of this Colt World action. And leading off here the fifth, Castaneda takes a strike called on the outside corner, 0-1. Pitched by the righty Oquay, 1-1. Now Oquay's a right-hander. They started off with Castile, the lefty. Breaking ball, right fielder did a good job of coming in for this one and making a nice catch. Austin Benoit, there's one out. Emilio Mata will be stepping in, number 53. He wasn't penciled in to start the game, but he checked in for Robert Lopez, the center fielder. He's had 2 at-bats today, nothing out of 2. Here's the pitch. It's outside, 1-0. Now the wind's starting to pick up again. It's blowing from right to left, it looks like.
Yeah, it does. And as you've seen earlier in the game, left fielders had a little bit of trouble with the ball that gets up in the air.
The pitch to Mata by Oquay. That's a check swing. He fouled it off. 2-1. Outfield, again, both teams playing very shallow. Infield playing back here. 1 out here in the 5th. Quay thought he hit the strike zone there, just over the shoulders. Here's a line drive and a base hit for Mata, showing that aggressive at-bat, his first hit of the ball game. And that'll bring it up to Colby Manning at the bottom of the order. The right fielder. Manning walked his last time up. Runner being held on over at first, a 3-run ball game. But you mentioned, Mike, that Crowley's capable of putting runs up.
Definitely. They've got to shore up their defense here and keep Upland from getting any more runs, but they definitely have the power to get back in this game. And you see a stolen base there as Mata gets a good jump and kind of a bobbled pitch there by the catcher. There was no shot at getting him there.
Yeah, but Quay did not do a very good job of holding the runner on. He took a lot of time delivering that pitch to home plate, and for the most part, Thibodeau really didn't have much of a chance to get the runner.
Now, as you saw on both leadoffs there by Mata, he took advantage of it and got way out there. First one, when Oquay threw back, he got back in plenty of time, so he had judged pretty well to begin with how far he could get off, and he knew he was going to get a good jump.
And now he's in scoring position, putting more pressure on this Cajun ball club. Here's the stretch and the pitch. Grounded towards third. Good job of keeping the ball in front of him, and there's 2 outs. Manning bounces out to Rehberg at third, and Rehberg did a really good job of hanging in there.
Yeah, I'll take a look at this. Rehberg gets his body in front of it, sets his feet, makes a good throw to first. No chance for the runner at second to advance.
And with 2 outs, goes to the top of the order, Juan Garza. Singled and scored his last time up. Takes an off-speed pitch, off the corner, 1-0. And you suspect maybe Mata's going to take a really big, healthy lead at second base. There's a line drive and a base hit. Mata will turn around third. He's going to try to score. Here's the throw. It's offline, and it's 7-3, and that's an RBI single by Juan Garza to right field.
Nice piece of hitting there. As you take a look here, the leadoff by Mata kept the shortstop out of the hole there, and with the base hit to left field, he scores easily.
Michael Santana now the shortstop. He is 1 out of 3. Singled and scored back in the 3rd inning. Here's a pitch out, throw down to second, and he nailed him. and that retires a side. So great job of Thibodeau getting Garza on the attempted steal to retire the side. But 1 run scored by California. That is a big momentum changer here in this ball game as the Cajuns come to bat.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be?
I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have everything.
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
Taking a nice look here from that third base side at Loeb Stadium. Leading off for Crowley, Wyatt Verrett, the shortstop. 1 out of 2. They are down 7-3, trying to get back in this ball game here in the bottom of the 5th inning. The right-hander on the hill, Joshua Sosa, has gone all the way, and he has looked outstanding.
He has. He had a little bit of a rough inning in the third whenever Louisiana was able to get a couple runs on. As you see, Verrett with another nice hit up the middle there. His second base hit of the day.
And as you talked about earlier, Crowley can swing the bat and they can score the runs. Verrett doing a good job of lining that one. And you got to like the effort by Robert Lopez Jr., the catcher, because the catcher's responsibility once the ball's hit is to trail the runner down the first base line. That's exactly what he did. Good fundamentals there by this California unit. Now Jacob Bernard steps in, the left-hander. First offer, pops it up. Shortstop side, left fielder coming in, but the shortstop is going to handle it, Michael Santana, and there is 1 out. Boy, that wind is really playing with that baseball.
Definitely. As you could see, the center fielder thought he had a bead on it at first, and then it just circled around, and the shortstop was able to settle under it.
Now Nicholas Zeman stepping in. He's 1 for 2 officially, a run scored. And again, they're being very aggressive on that first pitch against Sosa. 0-1. Looking over at first base, Verrett taking a lead. There's a fastball off the outside half. Christian Cerna, the first baseman, playing off the bag but holding the runner on. So they're probably not going to make any throws over there. Although Cerna now stepping on the bag, but you know, Mikey keeps moving away from it. So I don't suspect a play over there. Here it's a ground ball into the hole. That's the base hit. And for a minute there, Verrett hesitated. The throw, he's safe. The throw down to second, it gets away. So some crazy things happening now as runners move up to second and third.
Yeah, Verrett hesitated as he rounded second, looked up and saw his coach waving him on to third. So the play was a little closer at third than what they expected. But then the throw back to second, which is kind of a cardinal sin in baseball, never throw behind the lead runner, as they're lucky that the left fielder was backing things up, so Verrett wasn't able to score on that errant throw.
Now Benoit stepping in, and his ball club trails by 4, but they have 2 runners in scoring position. Here's the pitch. This one popped up. Boy, the center fielder and now the second baseman moving over, and it's the second baseman, Garza, making the call and squeezing it for the out.
Now with 2 down, the Cajuns really need to get something going here. You know, we're winding down in this game and letting opportunities slip away. When you've got runners in scoring position, you need to make some timely hits to get them in.
Take it, Hunter Weberg. Take a look at him, number 11. Those blue batting gloves, batting from the right side. 1 for 2 today. Scored a run. Here's a fastball off the plate. 1-0. And you're right, they have to make something happen here. They are down by 4, 7-3. It's getting late in the ball game, but this time he lifts it up to center. There's plenty of room, and he makes the catch. Great job of pitching by Sosa, allowing Mata to come in and retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, and an error, and 2 runners left on base.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
Are you 62 years or older? Are you disabled? If you answered yes to either of those questions and you are looking for a new place to call home, then look no further than Friendship Gardens Apartments in Mulberry, located in a nice peaceful setting just minutes from Lafayette or Frankfort. Our apartments are HUD approved and the rent is based upon your income. This 30-unit apartment complex was designed with the needs of the active senior and disabled adults in mind. At Friendship Gardens, you enjoy a sense of belonging that extends throughout the entire community.
Welcome back to Columbian Park and Loeb Stadium. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant offers an extensive menu of authentic Mexican dishes located at 2525 Sagamore Parkway. You can dine in or carry out. Make Pepe's part of your pregame or postgame celebration. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, what a great place on Sagamore Parkway. And we've got ourselves a 7-3 ball game. Michael Santana will lead it off. In relief now for the Crowley Cajuns is Cameron O'Quay, and Mike, he's got to do a good job of holding this this ball club to this point, trailing 7-3.
He does. He's got to keep on top of his pitches. Hope his defense can back him up here, as you don't want to let this California team put any more runs on the board.
Michael Santana trying to open the door here for the Upland, California Titans. Takes the first pitch, a strike called from O'Quay. Cameron O'Quay out of the bullpen. Connor Castile started. They got to him, but some defensive errors caused some problems. And to California's credit, they took advantage of it. Here's the pitch. Inside. And again, outfield playing straight away. Looks like now maybe the wind's dying down just a little bit once again. Outfield flag's not moving around so much. Here's a high fly, towering ball to left field, and the left fielder has plenty of room to make the catch, and there's one out.
Good job by Verrett there to be able to just camp under that ball and make the play. Did not let the wind affect him on that one.
Here's Christian Cerna. He has 3 out of 3, all singles, and he has swung the bat well today, to say the least. Here's the first pitch on the inside half. Strike called, 0-1. Again, the outfield plays very shallow and straight away for Cerna. O'Quay works outside. California appears to be in the driver's seat in this ball game right now. There's another base hit. Nope, shortstop comes over, has trouble handling it, and Cerna reaches base. It looked like it was going to go through, and Mike, maybe Cerna pulled up a little bit lame there. I'm not sure.
I don't know if he pulled up lame or didn't get, kind of stumbled going down to first base or what. And they do give an error on the shortstop on that one, as it looked like he could have made a play.
So an error going to be charged on the Crowley Cajuns. Here's the pitch. Sosa drops one down the third base line. Great bunt. Absolutely great bunt for a base hit. And Okoye had to trail it, and the grass cut it down, and he had no play, and now there's runners at first and second. So a bunt single for Joshua Sosa.
Very nice. As he saw that third baseman playing back in the dirt, he laid that one down perfectly, and no shot at getting him out at first base.
So Cerna heads down to second, and Robert Lopez Jr. steps into the batter's box, number 27, the catcher.
Louisiana's really got to be on their toes here because Lopez laid down a bunt last time. He's got 2 runners on.
Thibodeau knocks that one down in the dirt, the catcher, and boy, it looked like Lopez was looking to swing the bat.
It does. That's the thing about the Cajuns right now. You've got to be leery of the bunt, but Lopez swings a good stick, and if he makes contact here, he could drive in a run.
And there's a balk on the pitcher. That's going to advance the runners to second and third. A balk is going to be assessed to Cameron Okoye, so runners will move to second and third. Now with first base open, he could conceivably walk Lopez Jr., but he chooses to pitch and throws a strike on the outside half. 7-3 California. Here's the stretch. Good pitch, line drive up the middle. The shortstop knocks it down, has one play at first base, a run scores. It is 8-3. So coming across Cerna to score, and Sosa advances to third. Lopez is retired.
Good job here by LaFleur to stick with the ball. Even though he couldn't find the handle at the beginning, he finally did get a hold of it and quick arm to make the play there, but the run did come across the score.
Jeremy Polito now, he lines one up the middle. That's a base hit, and another run will score, and now it is 9-3, and clearly Upland is in the driver's seat in this ball game as Polito gets an RBI single to center. Nine to 3 as Alfred Castaneda steps in, the third baseman, the runner on at first. Polito being held on. Here's the pitch. High and away, 1-0, and California got 2 good quality runs here in the top of the 6th. This one off the plate by Okoye. Cameron Okoye, number 2 on the hill, the righty. Runner takes a good, healthy lead and a strike called. Even though he's being held, curious as to why Okoye doesn't throw over and try to keep the runner close.
Yeah, he's getting a really big lead over there.
This one popped into right field, and a diving catch was not made. So there'll be runners at first and second. Good effort by Benoit. He thought he had a chance, and he pounds the grass with his right hand. He dove for the ball and just couldn't make the play.
Take a look at this here as this ball is kind of slicing and dying on him. Good effort, hits the glove, but he cannot squeeze it to make the catch.
Emilio Mata has shown a tenacity. Swinging the bat here, he's 1 out of 3. Steps in the batter's box, again swinging on the first pitch. Benoit this time makes a catch. This time Benoit makes a catch to retire the side. But Los Angeles, this team out of L.A. area, Upland, they come up with 2 more runs, and they have a 9-3 lead here at the Colt World Series, brought to you by MTC Sports.
And lastly, Ubers gives you a whole bunch of on-demand TV shows and movies. Let's get started.
Well, how many is a whole bunch? As many as Xfinity?
I swear you're gonna love it.
That didn't really answer my question.
Over 5,000 on demand.
Well, Xfinity On Demand gives us over 30,000.
We'll set it up for you.
Don't settle for Uverse. Get over 5 times more on-demand TV shows and movies on TV with Xfinity from Comcast.
Most of the time, commercials require a fancy voiceover to sell their product. But here at Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, we believe in letting these images speak for themselves. But I just can't help myself. Tantalizing. Delicious. I can almost taste it. Pepe's Mexican Restaurant, Sagamore Parkway, Lafayette.
California on top of Louisiana, 9-3. I'm Mike Walensky along with Mike Rosick, Bo Louvier to lead off. Joshua Sosa has gone all the way for Upland, California, and now he has the luxury of a 9-3 lead in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here at Loeb Stadium in the first game of the 66th annual Colt World Series. This is a natural infield surrounded by 150 lights on 8 high towers, this ballpark. Great scenery here in Lafayette. Strike called by Sosa. Working on Louvier. Louvier is the designated hitter in this ball game. Number 5. Bounce one fouled on the third base side. Chris Quibido trying to handle that one. A little bit slick there at third base. The Cajuns looking to rally here in this ball game. Thibodeau, the catcher, will be up next. Here's the pitch, and he swings and misses for strike 3. So again, Sosa being very difficult on these Cajun hitters this afternoon, looking for a victory in the first round here of the Colt World Series.
Sosa still looking pretty dominant up there on the mound, even late in the game. Nice pitch there as he catches the outside corner.
John Thibodeau, the catcher, batting from the left side. Fastball high and in, 1-1. Boy, that center fielder, Mata, is playing really shallow. Swings and misses. He may be about 230 feet from home plate. All the outfields are playing shallow here. Take a look at Mata there. Good center field camera look. It's just not too far behind that second base bag. And another strikeout here. Another strikeout for Sosa. He sits down Thibodeau. He goes to the bottom of the order, and Landon LaFleur.
Looks like the 5th recorded strikeout for Sosa in this game.
Bouncing ball, good play by the shortstop to retire the side. Great inning by Sosa. 1, 2, 3. He's got one more to go. California is on its way to taking a victory here. 9-3 over Louisiana. We play through 6 on the MTC Sports Network.
Since 1980, Phoenix Lawn & Garden has been family owned and operated. For over 30 years, the Thomases have provided reliable, quality brand name products and services to their customers. Let's face it, you don't make it this far in this industry with anything less. Generation after generation. From the initial sale through the life of the purchase, Phoenix is there every step of the way. Thomas's Phoenix Lawn & Garden, where we make tall grass short.
Every business we work with at Haley's has different security needs. As a certified Medico Security Center, we provide the highest quality products with affordable solutions for your business. E-cylinders fit into your existing hardware and are controlled from your computer. Medico Smart Solutions provide options for different employee access levels. Patented key control, loss and liability protection. Surveillance cameras protect your employees and your business. Call today for your free business security assessment. Let the professionals at Haley's keep your business safe with locations in Lafayette and Crawfordsville.
It hits the rim right as the light goes in. And
Hogan across the middle, finds the end zone, and a three down.
Wow. Denard looking to throw this time. Going deep down the field, he's got Fusich. Look at this one again. The time will expire and the Gophers will win.
Is on the board. The North wins 10-7.
Back at Loeb Stadium, taking a look at the beautiful trees surrounding Columbian Park in this area here in Lafayette. California on top in this ball game, 9-3. They go to bat in the top of the 7th. Carlos Garza is a pinch hitter here for Manning. He swings and lines one into right field, and the catch is made by Benoit, and there's one out. So Carlos Garza, pinch hitting for Colby Manning, lines out to start off the 7th. I'll bring it up to the top of the order in Juan Garza. Garza has scored a pair of runs in this ball game. He's the second baseman, batting from the left side against Oquay. Breaking ball on the outside corner, 1-0. Two and 0, one out. Here's the pitch to Garza. He takes this one in the dirt. Loeb Stadium, part of this Columbian Park complex. It's the home to the zoo. Tippecanoe Cove, a lot of swimming at here during the summertime. Playgrounds, picnic areas, trails, and meeting rooms. Here's ball 4. Garza has walked to start off the 7th inning with one out. Now Santana is due up. Michael Santana, the shortstop, has scored a run in the ball game. Has a hit and 4 at-bats. Here's a stretch by Oquay. Breaking ball outside, 1-0. Austin Benoit apparently has moved behind home plate, number 4.
Yeah, and we've got number 3, which is Alexander Duyon, out in right field now. He actually came into the game for Thibodeau.
So some changes being made in this Cajuns lineup. Here's the pitch. Here's a fly ball out to right field. Has plenty of space, and he makes the catch, and we have 2 outs.
Duyon making a nice catch there.
Here's Christian Cerna stepping in, the first baseman. He has 3 out of 4, but he's reached base literally each time he's been up. Last time reached on an error, has scored 2 runs. Garza being held on at first. Cerna fouls this one straight back. There's no urgency to run here on top of Louisiana 9-3, but I would be surprised that Coach Alfred Castaneda has his second baseman Juan Garza trying to take second. 0-2. Good job by the pitcher, Oquay, trying to keep the runner close. That's something, Mike, I haven't seen too much out of this pitching staff for the Cajuns. They don't throw over to first base too much.
No, not a whole lot. That was a nice move there by Oquay. We saw Castilla throw over a couple times. The lefty had a decent little move over to first. But for the most part, they haven't been holding runners on a whole lot. And as you see, California is kind of taking advantage of it. They're getting a huge lead over at first.
2-2, Garza on. Here's the pitch. This one gets away. It'll be a wild pitch. Runner taking around second. And he looked for a minute there to try to go to third, but a good job by the catcher swinging around there. Number 4, Austin Benoit, to get the baseball and throw back in. So now Garza's in scoring position. Cerna waits. Here's the pitch. Oh, he drove that a deep distance down the left field side. It's out of play. You can see that he can really drive the baseball.
Yes, he can. See the left fielder Verrett giving chase to that, but ran out of real estate over there as the ball sailed foul.
Full count, and he sends him down to first. Another walk. Runners now at first and second with 2 outs. Joshua Sosa, the pitcher now, stepping into the batter's box. Umpire picking up a baseball behind home plate. That's where the delay is coming from here. Now they're ready to go.
Good eye there by Sosa as that ball come inside, able to turn his shoulder to get out of the way of it.
1-0 count. Here's the pitch by Okoye. Nope. 2-0. And you can kind of tell in this ball game how the kind of air has been burst out of this Louisiana bubble. They just don't have the same energy that they had early on in the ball game.
No, and you can kind of see the body language of a few of the players out there kind of feeling the agony of defeat right now. They still have another at bat. They could come back at this California team, but they're going to have to pick it up offensively.
Oh, Sosa had the green light there on 3-0. He was aggressively swinging the bat. 3-1 now. Runners at first and second with 2 outs. Sosa's the pitcher. Pitcher versus pitcher. Hung a breaking ball up there, and he fouled it behind home plate. 3-2. There's a bouncing ball towards short. Has one play, the fielder's choice, and that'll retire the side. Sosa will have a chance to head back to the dugout, put on his glove, consider how he's going to close this one out. It's 9-3, the Colt World Series on MTC Sports.
Construction projects mean deadlines. At McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, we understand the challenges our customers face. That's why our team of professionals are here to help. From our knowledgeable support staff to our industry-leading service department, McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store are here to make sure you get the right equipment delivered on time. Whether it's Cat equipment, JLG lifts, or Solaire air compressors, we carry it all. McAllister Machinery and the Cat Rental Store, helping build Indiana since 1945.
My name's Gary Gangwer, and I own the Gangwer Insurance Agency as well as Farm here in Clinton County. After an accident in Cleveland, Ohio, I had an opportunity to look at insurance. Didn't have anything to do until harvest, so I thought, why not? And it felt natural for me to call on farmers and specialize in farm insurance because that's what I use as a farmer is insurance.
Nice look out here at Loeb Stadium from Lafayette from that center field camera. We're California. Mike Rosick is trying to close out Louisiana here 9-3, and it's all been Joshua Sosa on the hill. He'll have a chance to get a complete game in this ball game.
Does, and this is Louisiana's last at bat of this game. If they can't put up 6 or more runs, they need to do something here to get the offensive sparked.
Cameron Richard is the hitter. He takes the first pitch, a strike called. Sosa has worked all the way on the hill for this California Upland team.
Richard still looking for his first hit of the game as he leads off the top or the bottom of the 7th here. And Sosa, the pitcher for the California team, is doing a great job of locating around the strike zone, as you see there.
Wow.
Puts one right on the outside corner to catch him looking for a called third strike.
Wyatt Verrett now will be the hitter. He's 2 out of 3 with a run scored. looking to rally. They need 6 runs to tie this ball game. 7 to win. There's a fastball in the corner, and he is painting the corners black here. Doing a nice job, Joshua Sosa. And he hasn't lost any of his velocity. That breaking ball still working well. At 1-1 here. Pull the string on that one. It's 1-2. Outfield again playing awfully shallow. Mata, the center fielder. There's a line drive, and Mata's going back, and he makes the catch backhanded. He was playing so shallow. He moved in initially, then the wind took it, and he made a nice adjustment.
Good job there by Mata. Although his first step should have been back, instead he comes in. Take a look here. Just a little defensive swing. And Mata's able to get back and track that ball and make a nice catch.
Now Jacob Bernard with the last chance to keep this inning alive for the Crowley, Louisiana Cajuns. Here's the pitch. Joshua Sosa working on that complete game here. Here's the pitch. Nice off-speed line deep to right field. That's going to be extra bases. Here comes Bernard. He'll stand up with a double. He got a lot of that one, and he keeps this inning going.
Nice hit there by Bernard. Finally, somebody turning on a ball, and he drove it right over the head of Manning there in right field. See there, he gets one down and in, and he just turns on it. Good job there by Bernard getting out of the box, and he was looking 2 all the way.
Drove that one about 330 feet. Here's a pickoff throw down to second, and he nearly got him. Santana coming behind Bernard. Bernard got to the bag first. Here's the stretch and the pitch, and he waved at this one. 0-1, 2 outs. Sosa, for the most part, had his way. Here's the pitch. That's a nice one off the outside corner. Wow. Painted that one. And now just 1 strike away from getting a complete game win in the first outing here at the 2017 Colt World Series. Bouncing ball towards second. Has a play, throws over, and that is the ball game.
Nice play there by Garza at second base as he gobbles up that hop and then makes a nice throw over to first to get the final out of the ball game.
California the victor here, 9-3 at Loeb Stadium to win the first outing in the 2007 Colt League World Series. We'll take a quick break, and then we'll do the postgame show. This is Colt League World Series Baseball on MTC Sports.
How's it going? Nice to meet you guys. I have these 2 laptops. We're gonna each download a TV show. I'm gonna download it on Xfinity, and you guys are gonna download it with AT&T Uverse, and we're gonna see who goes faster. Go.
Well, this is a no-brainer so far.
How's AT&T doing?
Struggling.
I'm ready to go. We'll wait for you guys.
Looks like we're gonna be waiting for a while.
Don't let Uverse slow you down. Upgrade to an Xfinity X1 Triple Play from Comcast and save when you bundle. See for yourself. Call 1-800-XFINITY or visit Comcast.com today.
Wouldn't it be sweet to happily live a life that's filled with glee and sing about how joyful it can be? I'd like to hear that.
Live life to its fullest every day with the highest level of primary care from Indiana University Health.
When you have your health, you have
Indiana University Health. Schedule same-day primary care appointments at 1-888-IU-HEALTH.
Welcome to the McAllister's postgame show. California wins it this afternoon in the first game of the Colt World Series. California 9, Louisiana 3. Now throwing it down to Greg Maish with the winning coach. Greg?
Hey, thanks, guys, down here with our player of the game. Boy, what a great way to start the 2017 Colt World Series. Tell us a little bit about what you saw transpire out there today.
Come on, balance. And we just had to do our thing out here. We're from West Coast, so we got to represent. We got to keep on banging.
Yeah, how about this weather, huh? It's a little different than what it is out in Cali. So how did you guys adjust to that?
Well, it was kind of hard. They told us it was going to be hot, but it doesn't look hot, so we just had to adjust a little bit to it.
Congratulations. We'll see you again later in the tournament. Coach, can you step right on in? All right, congratulations. Got the first W out of the win. Tell us how important it is to get that first W.
Coming out here from the West Coast, especially the weather is a little different. We weren't expecting this. They told us, don't even bring your sweater, it's going to be hot. But, we had just adjusted to it, and we did good. It's a little jittery in the beginning, and we managed to put ourselves there.
Yeah, absolutely. Tell us about talking with the kids about that. I mean, this is the Colt World Series. I mean, jitters are going to be a part of this. How'd you get them to settle down?
They're kind of used to it. We play a lot. We play year-round in California, and tournaments like this, you feel it at the beginning, but they're used to that stuff. Yeah.
Coach, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
We'll see you soon, huh? Back to you guys.
Thank you, Greg. Great baseball game today, particularly on the hill. Joshua Sosa, Mike Rosick was just sensational.
He was. He was in control the whole game. Recorded 5 strikeouts there. Some great play by his defense, and California was able to put up enough runs to keep Louisiana at bay.
And Mike, what does it look forward for California? Where do they go here? It's August 6th is the next move for them.
Correct. They'll play the winner of Game 7 at 4 o'clock on August 6th, and then Louisiana will play tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. against the loser of Game 3.
That's a big victory here for California to start it off. Up to 9, Crowley, Louisiana 3. That's a final on this, the McAllister's postgame show. Thanks for watching this, the Colt League World Series. Stay tuned for game number 2 on MTC Sports. This one, a final already in the books. California 9, Louisiana 3. For Mike Rosick and all the crew here at MTC Sports, we thank you for tuning into this one. It's been an exciting baseball game here at the Colt League World Series on MTC Sports.